Gentlemen, you are always being tested. Every man in a relationship is standing before a silent tribunal. That is her subconscious hypergamy. And that tribunal has one underlying question. Is he still the best that I can do? That question is what is referred to as the hypergamous doubt. So this question governs female behavior more than love, more than loyalty, and more than logic. It is what evolutionary psychologists call the hypergamous drive. That is a biological imperative in women to secure the highest high-value male available. David Baz explains to us in Evolution of Desire that women are evolutionarily wired to seek men with superior resources, superior intelligence, dominance, and stability. And that is not an insult. That is evolutionary strategy. Because of hypergamy, women are constantly checking to see if the man they are in a relationship with has a higher value than them, or if he is still the alpha he once was. All women are seeking to replace the men they are with. They are with a better man. Nobody is safe, guys. Hypergamy never sleeps. And that's why billionaires like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, they were left. Despite their wealth and status, they failed a deeper test that hypergamy constantly administers. So, we want to look at the nature of female testing, what the red pillars call sheep testing. So, women will keep testing whether you are still the most viable option through what we call shit tests. And these are subconscious challenges designed to assess your confidence, your assertiveness, and your leadership. In No More Mr. Nice Guy, Robert Glover observed that women test to confirm that the man they are with is capable of standing up to them, leading them, and protecting them. So to answer their hypergamous doubt, they will test your competency. These tests can come in the form of nagging, though not all of them. Most men you see hanging out in bars are simply tired of being tested. Women test men to determine their confidence. They test men to confirm if they have options. The hypergamous doubt is he into me or am I his only option? Okay? And lastly, they also test men for security, like, can he provide for me long term? The way to deal with hypergamy is by striving to be seen as a high value provider. This is not about pretending. It's about becoming. And that's why stagnation is a killer of masculinity. As Jack Donovan reminds us in The Way of Men, masculinity is measured by strength, courage, mastery, and honor. Develop your own skills and abilities. Build a strong social network. Walk with quiet confidence and assertive calm. That's how you project value. Some women test you even without knowing it. The less respect a woman has for you, the more she will test you. If you fail a test, her respect for you lowers. And if you keep failing tests, her respect for you erodes and is replaced with resentment, which comes in open disrespect, meant to break you up, so that she can find a man of higher value. So when you look at that, disrespect coming from a woman is basically an attempt to help you, rather to help her to monkey branch to another man. By the time she's disrespecting you, it means she's decided that you're not the best man for her. And she's looking for a way out. She's begging you to give her. If you are an unplugged man, you should give her. If you walk away or pass her tests, you show that you have backbone. And she questions her judgment about your competency. This is how women who are caught cheating or have become disrespectful, this is why they sometimes beg, and the men who leave them to forgive and take them back, they often, of course, regret, because you show that you actually are no value, you didn't have options. So normally, if a woman leaves and you beg her to come back and she comes back, they end up leaving anyway, because they get to confirm that you are indeed a low value man when you take them back. We know in the red pill that you should never root through the trash that you've taken to the curb. You should never reward bad behavior. When you forgive after she has disrespected you or misbehaved, you're teaching her that disrespect has no consequence. And women only learn from consequence. So never take such women back, because you will be confirming to them that they were right about you being a better male. Never root through the trash that you've already taken to the curb, gentlemen. Never walk away unless it's a firm decision. When you walk away, never ever come back, never take her back. Indecision lowers your value. So if you pass these tests, especially early on in a relationship, you will have a good relationship. If you fail, you'll become a better male and she will run the relationship. This is what Rich Cooper calls betadization through 1,000 concessions. Okay? So the choice is yours, gentlemen. But make no mistake, the tests will come. So what are these tests? I'm going to give you 9 of them, the 9 shit tests. The first one is the rules test. And the rules test often happens during the first few dates or months where you started knowing each other. She will set the rules in the relationship. And remember, we say that women set rules for betas and they break them for alphas. So these rule tests go like this. She can tell you, I don't date men who don't drive. Okay? Or she can say, I only go to certain restaurants. If you go to a kibanda, she'll tell you she doesn't go to a kibanda. And yet she goes to kibandas with her friends. Another rules test can be, my dream wedding must be at the coast. Okay? Or we must have a chariot with horses. She's basically setting up conditions, rules for you to jump through, or hoops for you to jump through. She's testing if you can verbally pass the test. Many of us fail because of our scarcity mindset. We think saying no means losing her. In The Art of Seduction, Robert Greene tells us that weakness is more repulsive than ugliness. Don't be afraid of losing her. Tell her no. If she says she doesn't go to certain restaurants, take her to those restaurants she says she doesn't go to and see what happens. Okay? We allow her to frame things and end up in debt or under financial pressure to meet her arbitrary standards. Do you see how lacking a backbone makes men suffer? Many men take loans to finance weddings for their girlfriends or their wives. They take loans to go on holidays. They even borrow money to buy them phones. So, gentlemen, don't do that. Set your terms clearly. A woman respects the man who defines, not the man who differs. Gentlemen, if you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it. When you subscribe, you'll always be notified when I drop new content. Also, when you like and share, you help this channel to grow, and more importantly, you help other men to discover the tools that they need to level up. So remember, when one man rises, we all rise. Now let's get back to the video. The second shit test is the what others say test. She will tell you what other people say or think. For example, she can tell you, my mother thinks that we should have a joint account. My mother thinks we should have a joint account. Okay? Or she tell you that Oprah says men who love truly wait for marriage. Okay? So she's going to use other people to make her point. And in a sense, she's challenging you to conform to those arbitrary people she's quoting. So what is she doing? She's discounting your leadership. She's implying that you're not competent to lead the relationship. She must borrow authority from elsewhere. So if you default to what others say, you fail the test. Don't do that. Jordan Peterson tells you that you need to stand up straight with your shoulders back. And this is not just about posture. It's a posture of moral authority. Tell her what time it is. And don't take all that bullshit. The third test is a comparison test. She's going to tell you, for example, that Mike took his wife to Zanzibar. Why can't we also go to Zanzibar for holiday? Okay? This is a comparison test. And this is a test of your frame control. Can you resist being pulled into another man's frame? Men lose the frame the moment they start negotiating desire. So you must have a clear vision and plan. If it's not part of it, tell her no. Stick to your vision and plan. Stick to your budget. Stick to what you're comfortable with. Never compromise your path to mimic someone else's life. The fourth test is the attention test. If she starts posting revealing photos or thirst traps on social media, she is re-entering the sexual marketplace. Make no mistake. She's announcing to other men that I am open to better offers. When a woman does that, you're not her only man. You can ask her to take them down or go non-exclusive. But know this, if she's feeling for male attention, it's a matter of time before she bites. Rich Cooper tells us that a woman advertising herself is not your woman. She's the market's. The fifth test is a compliance test. And this is how this one comes. She will ask you, for example, to hold her handbag or fetch her water. Or she's going to ask you to wash the dishes as she watches TV. So it's not about the task. It's about power dynamics. She's testing if you'll submit to her frame. If you comply too often, you shift from lover to servant. Stay calm, keep your boundaries, and always be the man who can walk away. The sixth test is a competency test. And this one involves wanting to know if you can do something. Like she can ask you, can you change a tire? I can't believe that you didn't know or you don't know how to slaughter a chicken. Can you do 10 push-ups? Can you lift that? These are primal tests of your masculine capability. Don't argue, demonstrate. Masculinity is proven through action, not explanation. Don't even talk about it. Okay? We normally say, don't explicate, demonstrate. The first 7th sheet test is frame control test. And here, if you're going to a place, like you're going to Kiza, for example, she says, no, Kiza is boring. Let's go to the tunnel. Okay? When she does that, she's not after food. She's not after going out. She's testing your leadership. As Marcus Aurelius tells us in Meditations, a man's worth is measured by the things he can control. Drive to Kiza, gentlemen, if that's what you want. Lead with calm conviction. The 8th sheet test is the respect test. And this one comes in the various forms. For example, if she ignores your calls or replies late, she is signaling that your time has low value. Scarcity creates value. When you chase, you confirm her assumption. So withdraw and focus on your mission if you see this kind of behavior. Remember, your attention is currency. Don't give it freely. The 9th test is emasculation test. And this is terrible. It takes the form of her flirting with other men. Okay? Laughing when she's reading her text messages on her phone in a flirtatious way. When she does this, or it can also take the form of withdrawing attention, what we call pullbacks. Okay? Or she can even deny you sex. So she's pushing your buttons to see if you'll crumble emotionally. Maintain your frame if she does this. Never argue or beg for intimacy. Men lose their edge when they start negotiating for validation. If she pulls back, pull back even more, disappear. If she withholds affection without reason, she is not a partner. She's a manipulator. Walk away. So, gentlemen, remember, hypergamy never sleeps. The tests will come. They will be subtle, they'll be disguised, and they'll be relentless. But they are not the enemy. They are the crucible that forges your masculine edge. Each test is a question from nature itself. Are you strong enough to lead? Are you sovereign enough to stand alone? Pass the tests, and you'll become the man she respects. Fail them, and she'll soon find one who will. Your mission is not to please women. It is to become the kind of man women test but cannot break. And remember what I told you earlier. If the tests become too many, it's also a form of disrespect. And if she is disrespectful, you should not be with that woman in a relationship. So get unplugged, and I'll see you on the next one.